No, I was just telling that I got this girl before, and I was together since 3 years, and I was not even cheating her or what. And Facebook arrived, and she wanted me to accept her on Facebook, and I don't want it because I was like in front of her, and she told me like accept me on Facebook. It was virtual, means no sense. So I said I'm in front of you. I don't need to accept you on Facebook. She started to be crazy. She thought that because I didn't accept her, she thought I was cheating. She told me like it's over. I can't believe you. I said, come on, you're crazy. Tell her like I'm in front of you. I'm every day here in your house. But it means like it's jealousy, pure jealousy, for nothing. You know, virtual thing.
Hola amigos, in today's YouTube video, we're going to be discussing the 6 stages of personal style, or at least my personal 6 stages of personal style. But at the same time, I think these not only relate to what I've gone through, but I think can also relate to you, and you can kind of look at these stages and figure out where you think you ranked. But I asked you guys over on IG where you guys think you ranked in your own personal style journey. So at the end of the video, I'll also be sharing your results. And if you don't follow me on IG, it's BLVCK hoodie with 3 E's. Go ahead, check it out. We do a lot of stuff like this. We have discussions. I post fit pics, reels, all that good stuff. Anyway, enough with the rambling. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. As always, I have everything here on my phone with all these notes. So if you see me look down, that's probably where I'm looking. So the first stage of your personal style is what I call stage 1, not caring how you look or how you dress. For me personally, this was middle school, okay? 6th, 7th grade, I don't care. Your mom still probably picks out your outfits or at least does all your shopping for you. In stage 1, you might have understood the concept of matching. Like you might have understood that if you wear all blue, that all matches. Different shades of blue, not there yet, but A is blue. You understand that concept, and you probably understand the big brands. Like you know the big brands. Like you probably know Adidas, you know Nike. That's about it. But like you have those general concepts. And at this point, life is bliss, okay? You don't care. Dude, you're literally only putting on clothes for society because society tells you you can't be naked. That is the only reason why you have clothes on. And this right here, I miss it. I think back to it every once in a while. The idea of waking up, just going to your dresser, grabbing whatever you saw, throwing it on. Ugh, the good old days. Now you overthink. But anyway, I'm reminiscing. But that's what stage 1 is. It's basically when you look at someone like in the streets and you're just like, he doesn't care. That is stage 1. They don't care. Okay? Everyone starts off here. For some, it's a lot sooner. For others, it's a lot later. Now, after stage 1, you progress to stage 2, and I call this the female or male gaze. Gaze. G-A-Z-E. Southern accent trying to slip me up right there. In this stage, randomly one day you woke up and you said, I want to look cool. You know, I want to look fly. I see all these guys. That's what I want to do. I want to look like them. That just happened randomly one day. But really, you're doing it for the ladies, okay? Or you're doing it for the men out there. That's realistically why you're doing it. Is that a great reason to be wanting to look good? Not really, but like that's what happens. Everyone goes through this. I mean, at least for me personally, you think to yourself, I want to look better for the girls, you know? And that's what this stage kind of turns into. This was also the stage where I got introduced to fashion because of people like A$AP Rocky and Kanye. So I was wearing skinny jeans, Chelsea boots, baggy sweatshirts, things of that sort, which looking back is not great, but that's just the time. But the main signature of being in this stage is all of a sudden, you care about your shoes. You're thinking to yourself, man, those Nikes I had, those Under Armours I had, not really vibing with it. I might want something a little different. Have you ever heard of Sambas? All of a sudden, You want to do your own shopping. Like, you want to shop for your own clothes because you have your own taste now. You want to do all that. But, key word here, you don't have money. Like, none. So you want to do shopping with your parents' money. They don't want to spend the money on the things you want, and you don't have the money to even throw in. So you're kind of stuck where you see what you want to do, you see the vision, but you can't actually achieve it yet because you don't got the money to even do it. You probably started searching on YouTube. I mean, I know I did. Or you start looking up fashion for men, menswear fashion, outfits for guys, something along those lines. I've done it. Okay, this list is for me. But you started doing these things and you probably start watching YouTubers like Alpha M, not out of a place where you like, I like his fashion, but it's out of a place where they might do videos where it's like top 10 things men shouldn't wear or top 10 things men should wear to get girls. Very caveman-esque videos, but those are probably the starters that because you don't know anything yet. So those are probably the starting videos that you watch to kind of get an idea of like, should I wear chinos? What is a chino? Like that type of stuff. Now look, doing something just for the women or the men in your life, is that a great thing? No, but we all did it. We all had to go somewhere, but those are the signatures of you being in stage 2. So let's move on to stage 3. In stage 3, you might have started working a summer job. You might have hit that age where all of a sudden you went off, you got a little money in your pocket. I'm not talking a lot. Like, we're talking the range of like $100 to about $500. Maybe $1,000 if you were like really going crazy in the summer. But like, we're not talking a lot of money. All of a sudden, you have a desire to start thrifting. You're looking for vintage Levi's, vintage Carhartt, vintage Champion, vintage anything, realistically. Why? You might wear it, but come on, man. We know why you're doing it. You're trying to flip it on Depop, okay? And I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. The reason why you're doing it is you're trying to take that money, that very little amount of money you do have, and you're trying to maximize it. So if you're thrifting something for $2.50 and you're selling it for $10, that's $7.50 straight to your pocket. And that's money you can use to buy more clothes. Consumerism at its finest. You probably have upgraded from fashion YouTubers like Alpha M or any menswear fashion YouTuber, and you probably started watching PAQ, Jacob Wallace, Keezy TV, Lainey Orzik, and you probably have an addiction to websites like Depop, Grailed, eBay, Vinted, that it actually is so crazy that you basically have a second 9 to 5. You clock in for work and then you clock in for your digital job because you're grinding those apps so much to either sell or to buy something to flip that it is literally your second job. Now, the last thing to certify that you're in stage 3, the Depop merchant stage, it's a shared experience. Everyone does it. I've done it. Friends have done it. I don't know what it is, but you have to have bought a pair of CDG Converses. I don't know what it is. I have no clue what it is, but everyone in stage 3 has a pair. It's almost like you earn enough money where you spend a little money on something you think is designer and you're like, I'm a fashionista. That's probably what you're thinking to yourself. We've all done it. I don't know why, like what it happens, but everyone has bought a pair of CDG Converses in stage 3. If you just bought a pair, congratulations, welcome to stage 3. But hopefully you'll leave stage 3 and you'll enter stage 4. Stage 4 is what I call $600 isn't that crazy for a pair of jeans, right? Yes. Yes, it is. This is the stage I'm currently sitting in, okay? This is the stage where you're no longer really dressing for the opposite gender or the people you're attracted to. You're not doing that anymore. You're not dressing for the girls, you're not dressing for the guys, you're dressing for you. Okay, you probably type that in the comment section somewhere, but that's what you're doing. You're dressing for those reasons. You've probably figured out what you do like, what you don't like. You have a good knowledge on fashion, like a decent knowledge. So much so, people might start asking you for fashion advice. Where should they shop? How should they spend their money? What are some of your favorite brands? They start coming to you for that information. You start feeling more confident about yourself. You start experimenting more with different cuts, different fabrics, different materials, different anything really, colors, anything. But you have a good understanding of what you like and what you don't like. Some things work on you and some things don't. But you don't have a good enough concept where you don't want to test out those things that don't work because you still think to yourself, I can pull it off. when realistically you just can't. And on the fashion YouTube side, you've probably started delving into fashion history. You probably start watching more YouTube creators like Fashion Roadman or Understitched, because you're no longer looking for the color theories or the why does baggy clothes not work on me videos. You're kind of now trying to figure out the history of clothes, why you like different designers, why do you like different materials, how do those materials get crafted. That's the stage we're talking about right now. You're fully in it. You're immersed in it. So much so that you can't even really look back. You're that far deep into the fashion rabbit hole. Fashion rabbit hole? Fashion rabbit hole. The fashion rabbit hole. You're so deep, in fact, pause, that you've lost the value of the dollar. No longer are the days of you being like, I spent $10 on this vintage Ralph Lauren. Am I crazy? Or, man, I can't believe I spent $50 on a t-shirt. Those days are gone, okay? You're now looking at some of these designer items and you're like, $1,000 isn't that crazy. I kind of got to steal. $600 for acne jeans? They'll probably sell out. FOMO is your biggest enemy. It's your biggest hater because you're spending money that you realistically shouldn't. But you only got that money because you were in stage 3 and you were reselling clothes on like it was your 9 to 5. But you've lost the value of a dollar. You no longer understand what it's like. So much so, friends and family think you have an addiction. Your mom's sick of packages arriving every other day. She thinks you're crazy. The day you tell her, hey, I bought these jeans for $600, she's like, you're actually nuts. You need to start paying rent. That's the stage you're at. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's a lovely thing. I mean, I just love being here. It's fantastic. Anyway, let's move on to stage 5. Stage 5, I call Utopia. The Utopia is this dream of you have all the clothes you could ever imagine. Everything's perfect. You know you perfectly. You're perfectly unique. You know everything you need to know. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It doesn't exist, okay? Utopia doesn't exist. It can't exist. You can't be perfectly perfect. You know what I mean? Like, you can't know everything. There's always something you can know and improve upon. It's just a place where it's an idea that you sell yourself because you want to be able to keep looking forward and saying, that's where I want to go. That's my dream right there. You'll never hit it. That's the sad thing. You'll never hit it. But you keep telling yourself that you will eventually, just so you can keep funding and reasoning with, that's why I buy more clothes. It's because I'll get there one day. You won't. I'm like, I hate to break it to you, but you'll never hit it. But it's a good idea to keep selling yourself. One day I'll get there. I'll see it. I'll be the first one to find it. I'll get there one day. I'll never get there. It'll never happen. What ends up happening is people think they found their utopia. They think they found their stage 5. They didn't, but they think they did. And they escalate to the next level. I call this stage 6. Now, this is the 1%ers. These are where your creative designers, your brand owners, all these people, they up here. They're up here at stage 6 a lot of the time. Okay? Now here's the thing with stage 6 before I tell you what it is. You don't want to be in stage 6. Okay? They can be in stage 6 because they have a reason for being there. You, me, we don't want to be in stage 6, okay? As the neutrals, as the guys who do this for fun, as the people who just like being in the space, you don't want to be here. And let me tell you why. Stage 6 is what I call, you care so much, you don't care anymore, okay? You know so much information about the industry, about fabrics, about clothes. You know so much knowledge, and you know so much that the normal doesn't know, that you actually start to despise it. You no longer care to get dressed. What's the point? You actually just throw on any and everything again. You have the same desire and all the knowledge that you would have had through all these stages, but you dress like how you did in stage 1. At least in stage 1, you dress like that because you didn't know any better. But now you're in stage 6, where you have all the knowledge, everything you could ever imagine, but you dress like you're in stage 1 because it's too much. It's too much power. It's too much knowledge. You've gone too deep. You can't. There does get to a point where you start to drown. You gotta save yourself. So for me, stage 5 is the perfect stage. Of course, it's called a utopia, but you won't ever really get there. So realistically, stage 4 is where you wanna be the most. It's where you're always trying to gain new information. It's where you're always trying to learn. You're always trying to experiment. You're always trying to do something new. Stage 4, that's the best stage. But stage 6 is you dress like you're in stage 1, but you have the knowledge you did in stage 5. It makes no sense. You don't wanna be there. Trust me. That's the 6 stages of personal style in my opinion. But like I said, I did ask you guys on IG where you guys think you ranked amongst those 6 stages. So I've gone through and y'all sent a ton of them. I mean, a ton of different things here. So I'm gonna read out some of my favorites of where people were talking about where they think they ranked. So let's read through some of my favorites. Shout out to Drew Joyner, the homie. He says, I'm in a fantastic spot, learning and playing and maturing into my style. Exactly. The perfect spot, stage 4, okay? Stage 4, it's glorious, okay? You wanna be there. That's the best spot to be in. Sard WD, I'm sorry if I butcher some of these names, said still figuring it out at the big age of 24. Listen, man, age is just a number in some areas. In other areas, age is crucial, but let's not discuss that right now. 24 is young, dude. You could be 60 and still trying to figure out. That's okay. Listen, dude, I'm 23 and I'm still trying to figure out. So being 24, trying to figure out your personal style and trying to figure out what you like, what you don't like, dude, you have so much life ahead of you. Don't let 24 drag you to the point where you thinking, I'm too late. Bro, it's okay. Kayla Robert, which if you guys don't know her, go ahead, follow her on IG and also on YouTube. Also the homie said, so lost right now. I feel that. I literally wrote down one point in a journal where I just said, I feel like I dress boring. I feel like I dress like an old man. I wake up, I throw on all black. Where's the fun? Where's the fun? But it's cool to be lost. That's part of the journey. But also stage 4. Also stage 4. And that's totally normal. That's what makes stage 4 so fun. The boy Chev, he says, I'm in the end game. Chev might actually be one of the guys who you could theoretically say is at stage 5 Utopia. You could say it. Because every time you look at his closet, you are like, my goodness, what don't you have? So he's close. We had Callum. Callum said the way I dress is more basic in terms of colors and graphics, and I play around with shape and texture. Stage 3, stage 4. But like, all this is what makes it beautiful. Like I said, it's experimentation, trying to figure out what you like and what you don't like. That's the goodness of it. Max said, low key, better than everyone else I know, but still so early. That right there, you might be stage 3. Might be stage 3. But it's funny that you can have all these guys and all these people with a vast selection of stories or where they think they could be or how they're feeling. But you can still look at it on this like spectrum and you can be like, yep, you're probably right here. You're probably right here. Or you're probably right here. That's the beauty of the 6 stages of personal style. Clinton Q said, just starting. Brother, let me tell you, welcome. You're in a world of things you've never experienced before. Right now, you're stage 2. But let me tell you, it's a heck of a journey to get to where we're at stage 4, okay? It's a journey that you must be prepared for because it's a lot, but it's a fun one. So it's good to see you also being here. Sergi Who said, finally at a place where my closet is becoming cohesive. Still a ways to go though. Tell me, man. Stage 4. I mean, that's a stage 4 spot. You're starting to figure it out, but you're still looking and you're like, that's not perfect yet. But there's, like I said, there's so many responses. I'm gonna throw up a couple on screen to show off but it seems like a collective, everyone was kind of saying they're in the same spot. You're kind of in stage 3, stage 2, stage 4, and unless you're like Chev or somebody like that, who might actually be at a Utopia, that's kind of where you're sitting. You're kind of amongst those places. But I want this video to be a showcase of what the journey could be like, where you might rank, and not to stress it. It's not something where it takes you a year, 2 years. My journey of my 6 stages I've said, and I'm at stage 4, has taken me 10, 15 years. So it's not like one day you just wake up and it's like, boom, you're at stage 4. It takes a while. But I wanted everybody to be able to see and kind of understand what it might look like on your journey and what you're kind of trying to achieve. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked it, leave it a like. If you want to, leave a comment as well. Subscribe, if you want to. And follow me on other social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram. Like I said, it's BLVCK hoodie with 3 E's. But that's going to be it for me today. Adios, amigos.